The history of Australia dates back over 65,000 years, beginning with indigenous Aboriginal cultures. European exploration started in the 17th century with Dutch and later British voyages. Captain James Cook's arrival in 1770 marked significant European contact. The first fleet, led by Arthur Phillip, established the first British penal colony in 1788 at Sydney Cove. Over time, Australia evolved from a penal settlement to a thriving colony with gold discoveries in the 19th century. It gained independence from Britain in 1901 and has since developed into a diverse and prosperous nation. Australia's history is deeply rooted in its indigenous cultures, with Aboriginal people having lived on the continent for tens of thousands of years. They developed diverse languages, cultures, and social structures connected to the land. European exploration began in the 17th century, but it was Captain James Cook's voyages in the late 18th century that marked a significant turning point. In 1770, Cook claimed the eastern part of Australia for Britain, leading to subsequent colonization efforts. In 1788, Arthur Phillip led the first fleet to establish a penal colony at Sydney Cove, primarily to relieve overcrowded British prisons. This marked the beginning of European settlement, and the early years were challenging due to harsh conditions. The 19th century brought significant developments, including exploration of the interior, expansion of settlements, and the discovery of gold in 1851. The gold rushes attracted immigrants and stimulated economic growth, contributing to the transformation of Australia from a penal colony to a more diverse and prosperous society. Australia achieved a measure of self-governance in the 19th century and federated into a nation in 1901, gaining independence from Britain. The country actively participated in both world wars and experienced post-war immigration, contributing to its multicultural identity. In recent decades, Australia has addressed issues related to Indigenous rights, reconciliation, and environmental challenges. It has become a modern, democratic nation with a strong economy and a culturally diverse population. The Indigenous history of Australia encompasses a rich tapestry of diverse cultures and languages, with Aboriginal societies maintaining a deep connection to the land through spiritual beliefs and Dreamtime stories. European settlement had profound impacts on Indigenous communities, leading to dispossession of land, loss of cultural practices, and the introduction of diseases. This period also saw conflicts between settlers and Indigenous peoples. The mid-19th century gold rushes triggered significant social and economic changes, attracting people from around the world. The resulting population growth and economic prosperity set the stage for Australia's move towards self-governance and eventual federation. Australia's involvement in both world wars had lasting effects, shaping its identity on the global stage. Post-war immigration policies contributed to a multicultural society, with waves of people from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East enriching the nation's cultural fabric. Contemporary Australia continues to grapple with issues such as Indigenous reconciliation, social justice, and environmental sustainability. It stands as a country that celebrates its diverse heritage while navigating the complexity. The history of Australia dates back over 65,000 years.